Hello, gamers. Hello. First of all, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I realized honestly over the weekend, I realized like I've been saying hello gamers. I kind of just started doing it as a joke, like very early into streaming, right? Where it's just like hello gamers, and then it was basically like I couldn't think of a name, like a community name. So I was like, yeah, let's just go with that for one time. And then I don't know, 7 months have passed. So, maybe sometime soon, maybe hello gamers will actually change. I'm just saying. It's been like 7 months at this point. Maybe I should actually think of a proper name. But for now, hello gamers. We are back with some more da 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 da. Let me go over to game screen. Never 7, the end of infinity. I just realized, I'm not sure if this is the case, but I'm pretty sure the, Yuka and Haruka are colored in because we've actually completed their routes. So the theory is by the time we complete Saki's route, she'll also be kind of colored in, and then everybody will eventually, get color to their portrait, which is kind of cool, kind of nice. But with that being said, we have to first complete the Saki madness and see where that goes. Yippee. Yippee, I'm sure it'll be super duper fun. Fun. Let me go over and tap into the game, and let me get my controller here. I don't know what's happening, man. But it's really entertaining, I will say that. Like, it's quite entertaining, so let's go ahead and load a suspicious gaze. Actually, I forgot to pull up the guide. Hold on. I forgot to pull up the guide. The most important thing. Let me move this over here and go from here. Alright. And then all the way down to Saki. I don't know where I am right now. I don't know where I am. So we're just gonna wait until I actually start looking for what I need to look for. Tap into the game. Cool. Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings through the darkness. I tumble out of bed as if someone had pushed me. It's the same sound I heard in that hopeless dream. My heart's pounding. The sound of the bell clearly came from the living room. I forced my sleepy body to move and dashed to the living room. The room is filled with a dense darkness. I hear the faint sound of the bell. Simultaneously, I hear footsteps going down the short terrace staircase, so that's Haruka outside. I immediately open the front door. It's pouring rain outside. I dash down the short staircase and into the downpour. I see 2 bright red lights near the entrance of the forest road. A car's taillights. A single figure was running towards the car, her ponytail swaying in the rain. Oh, so that's Saki then, right? Yeah, Saki? The door to the car closes. The car's headlights vividly illuminate countless raindrops falling in the darkness. Upon closer inspection, a spherical white object is attached to the car's roof. It appears to be a taxi. The engine roars and the taxi pulls away. The bright red taillights gradually fade, and the sound of the tires kicking up gravel eventually disappears into the sound of the rain. That was definitely Saki. Why would she come to the lodge at such an hour? And why would she take a taxi? Where is she going? I realize that my entire body's drenched. A piercing cold stabs through me. I need to return to the lodge. Turning around, I hear the window close. Someone might have woken up. Shivering, I make my way back to the living room. What is happening? What? 1:21 a.m. After passing through the front door, I squint into the darkness. So are we saying that... Yeah, we're saying that Saki stole the bell and then took a taxi and got out of here, right? I think? Or are we saying that Haruka got into a taxi and then... No, because then Saki would still be there and we would be like, hey, Saki, what's going on? After passing through the front door, I squint into the darkness. I can't sense anyone else. No one else appears to be awake. So that sound I heard just now, the window closing, was it just my imagination? The sound of the bell, the taxi driving away, it all seems like an illusion when I think about it. And of course, Saki's ponytail swaying in the rain. Am I seeing things? Emotion has piled up inside me, and my mind's playing tricks on me. That's probably it. After all, Saki wouldn't go out in the middle of the night, especially in this rain. Right? Nodding to myself, I go back to my room and change into dry clothes. I crawl back into my still warm bed, closing my eyes. The pain that had been troubling me before I went to sleep had strangely subsided. Alright. 8:32 a.m. I wake up groggy. The sound of the rain is still intense. It's as though it's making a direct assault on my ears. The downpour continues. It's a bit too loud to fall back asleep. I turn over when... What the hell? I hear a scream from Izumi. Heart pounding, I jump out of bed. Kurumi can't be missing, right? I rush into the living room where everyone is gathered. In the center of the commotion, Izumi sounds frantically emptying her handbag. Her face is ghastly pale, and her eyes are bloodshot. Something's definitely wrong. Izumi-san, what happened? The money we made yesterday, it's all gone. Oh. That's not good. That's... what?
Big sis, did you check properly?
Of course. Did you maybe put the money somewhere else? I'd never do that. Never that. Then, was it stolen? That's the only explanation. Stolen? Are you saying someone from our group stole it? Don't jump to conclusions. I never said that. Well, think about what you're saying, Okiko. Is that the only thing that was stolen? Huh? What about everyone's wallets, purses? We should all check. Yuka runs for her room. I would love it if everyone is missing all their money. That'd be kind of insane. As if it were a queue, we all go back to check our wallets. A few minutes elapse. We all look pale as ghosts. Really? Looking at each other, no one knows what to say. The muffled sound of the rain is the only thing that can be heard. What do we do? Wait, really? Everyone's money is gone? What the hell? Yuka finally speaks up. Kurumi looks at Izumi-san with a concerned expression on her face. Izumi-san's biting her thumbnail. Is someone among us the culprit? See what I did there? Shut up, Haruka. Don't be silly, Haruka. It's possible. Yeah, it is, but there's something bothering me about this, like this alarm over here that's going off. Turn that off. What is it? More importantly, the police. We need to contact the police. Wait, before that, let me say what I want to say. We don't have time for something like that. That's right. We've got to call the police now. I stand in front of the phone, pick up the receiver. My fingers tremble as I dial 9-1. But at that moment, the door quietly opens. Saki? The sound of the rain grows louder. I turn to see who it is. Excuse me, is Makoto-kun here? Saki? I put the phone down. Saki enters the living room, shaking raindrops from her hair. I mean, I don't think that... She seems to be normal. If she was acting suspicious, I think that she would actually have stolen it. But we're all gonna... Because everyone in this room hates her. I'm assuming we're all gonna blame it on her. Even though she's rich as hell, so why would she steal it? I hope you don't mind that I came in without asking. It's boring out there. May I borrow a towel? Yuka goes straight to the kitchen. Izumi-san glances up to look at Saki. Okiko steals a quick glance too. Blah. Haruka slowly steps away. Kurumi, lying down, looks up towards Saki. Saki comes closer to me, oblivious to the unusual atmosphere in the room. Makoto-kun, I really need to talk to you about a couple things. Is that okay? Saki, now's not a good time. What do you mean? What's the matter? Saki finally seems to notice something's amiss. Her head tilting inquisitively, she looks around, scanning the room. Someone broke in. Huh? Broke in? Everyone's money got stolen, including Luna Beach's earnings from yesterday. All of it. It wasn't you, wasn't it? So does Saki have a clone? Or like, what's going on here? It wasn't you, was it? What? You came here around midnight last night, didn't you? I saw you leaving the lodge. You even took a taxi somewhere, right? So, I guess I wasn't seeing things. Is that true? I won't let you say you don't know, okay? There are witnesses. Who? Ishihara, tell us what you saw last night. Makoto-kun saw it. What did you see? You followed her outside, right? You must have seen her face too. Makoto, did you follow her? No, Stop lying, would you? I hang my head. I can feel everyone's stares piercing into me. I lift my head and look at Saki. Saki stares straight into my eyes. Yeah, I did follow someone. Who was it? That wasn't your voice. It's who was it? Who? The hell is going on with you two? Why aren't you saying anything? What's going on with you two? The correct response is, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. I wonder. Tell the truth. ... Okay, I'm gonna assume that this is the ... that they're talking about. Otherwise, that's gonna be awkward. Yes, indeed. So, ... Hey, Ishihara. I don't know. I just don't know. That's all I can manage to say. No, it wasn't Saki. That's what I wanted to say, but couldn't. The person I saw last night was undeniably Saki. That's why I can't defend her. I want to believe her, but I can't. A dark haze fills my mind. In a world of cloning, I mean, is it really so insane? Like, I don't know. It's not the most insane thing in the world. I've completely gone to pieces. My judgment is clouded. Enough. From your attitude, it's clear even without asking. Saki-chan, what were you doing here last night? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't steal from you. Then tell us what you were doing. I don't know. If you don't know, we can't make any sense of this. I don't know what I don't know. Saki-chan, just tell me once, okay? Was it you? Saki averts her eyes, clenches her lips, tightens her fist. Saki-chan.
Tell us, please. Tell us the truth.
Saki. With great effort, I manage to speak. Saki looks at me. Her eyes are seeking help. They're trying to cling to me for support. Makoto-kun, you believe me, right? Yeah, I do. Liar. I'm not lying. If you're not lying, then why aren't you saying anything? You won't say anything on my behalf? Well... Saki, just give us an answer that everyone can accept. If you do that, everyone will... You too, Makoto-kun. You won't believe me unless I explain everything. I mean, how hard can it... Just to, like... If you don't want to say the circumstances, I mean, that's super suspicious, but whatever. How hard is it to say I didn't steal the money? Just say that at the very least. No, I'm saying that because I believe you. Saki slowly shakes her head. You're the same person. You're the same too, Makoto. All people are the same. I hope I chose the correct one. I hope that was the correct choice. Saki turns on her heel and runs out of the entrance. Saki! 8:49 a.m. Saki flies down the muddy forest path, and I desperately chase after her. Paying no mind to the pouring rain, I continue to run. I gradually close the distance between us. Eventually, Saki turns onto the side path leading to the cape. It's that road lined with cherry trees. I quickly follow her along it. I keep chasing after Saki. If we keep going, we'll reach Viewpoint Park. In other words, it's a dead end. What should I say to Saki then? Why am I chasing after her? I don't need words. I'll be both the cat and the cherry tree for you. Yesterday, I said that to Saki. Yeah, and it wasn't even like 24 hours until you completely ignored that. And yet, I can't trust her entirely. At this point, no matter what I say, it's the end of the cape, a dead end. Saki's holding onto the fence, facing away from me. I slow down and approach Saki. I can hear the crashing waves from below the cliff. The cold rain is beating down on Saki's back. Saki, I speak to her. Saki doesn't respond, nor does she turn around. Suddenly, she starts to swing her leg over the railing. Oh, hold on. Let's not get too hasty here. Saki? I sprint toward her, kicking up water. Saki climbs over the iron fence, gets down on the other side. There's no way. She's gonna flip! She's gonna flip! Oh man, it's like, well, things escalated very, very quickly. Hold on, Saki, we don't have to do this specifically. Also, hello, Chu, I hope you've been doing well. What is this route? I don't know. I don't know, I'm trying to make sense of it too. Stay away from me! I stop in my tracks. The fierce wind blows Saki's hair around. Saki, I swore that I'd always trust you only, Saki. It's fine. Enough already. Who needs me? Saki lowers her gaze. To be fair, this was kind of foreshadowed in the hospital room where she was like, it would be so nice if we could all just die or something, and everyone was like, what the hell? And we just kind of moved on from that. Her eyes are filled with pain. No one cares about me anymore. No, Saki, that's not true. As I speak, I carefully approached Saki. And just then, Saki quietly lifts her left hand, opens it, to reveal in the palm of her hand a bell. It was that bell. Does the dog not care about her anymore? The dog is still there. True, the dog is still there. The dog still needs somebody to feed it. The bell, she claimed, was lost at sea. But she said Haruka had it now. I've had it all along. Oh, well, I fell for the lie, to be certain. Why'd you lie to me? What the hell? Why? I lied to you, too. I didn't trust you. I'm also still coughing a little bit, a tad. So I might mute throughout the stream for that. I won't trust people. I can't trust them. I don't want to. Saki. I don't want anyone to trust me, so you don't have to. Then why'd you demand that I trust you? Saki, please, just listen to me. I take a step forward. I told you not to come closer. I take another step. I'm guessing this is gonna send us back to the past. This is the incident. We had this incident with Yuka at the shrine and with Haruka at the hospital. So how did she have the bell? No, Haruka does have a bell. It's back to the two-bell theory. The two-bell theory in which Yuka's route, there were two bells, and we each had one. You just must have one of them. Well, I don't know. I don't know. We all have bells. I don't know. It's a clone bell, exactly. It's a metaphor for all the clones in the game. Of course. I take another step. Stay away! I'm serious, don't come any closer. I gently reach out my hand. Saki slowly shakes her head. There's gonna be an earthquake, right? Actually, now that I think about it, was there an earthquake in Haruka's route? I think there was. My hand extended, I approach her little by little. Grab onto me. Grab onto me, Saki. One more dreadful step, and just as I take it, Saki's right hand releases its grip from the fence. She quietly closes her eyes and leans backwards. From her limp left hand, the bell slips out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. and it falls into the glistening darkness of the ocean, like a piece of paper dancing in the wind. Saki, why? Why, Saki? Saki! Well, we're gonna go back in time. Way back in time. I don't know what... That was... I mean, that was certainly one of the things. Okay. Huh. So I mean, there's only one Belle, so she's not gonna come back in time with us. That's gonna be interesting. Sup gamers? Hello Kaza, I hope you've been well. We are here trying to figure out what is going on with this game. So, flashback, here we are. Here I am once again. I jolt awake, kicking the blankets aside. Ow. I stare into space for a moment, disoriented. This ceiling, I've seen it before. Soon, I realize my body is drenched in sweat, freezing. I take a deep breath, quietly letting it out. A warm, woodsy scent seeps into my brain from deep within my nose. After 3 deep breaths. Huh? Or is there only one Belle? Is there only one Belle? There's 2 bells, technically. There could be up to 6 bells. I don't even know. I don't know what's happening anymore. I don't know. Maybe we can check in with all the girls and just be like, hey, do you have a bell? And it's like, oh yeah, of course. I've just been walking around with it all this time. Like, don't you know? Don't you know? We all have the bell. This is the lodge. This is the lodge, isn't it? I spring out of bed. Standing in the center of the room, I glance around. No mistake. This is my bedroom. What's going on here? That's right. I remember chasing Saki to Viewpoint Park. And then she fell into the ocean, right in front of me. A dream. Was that just a dream? However, for a dream, the memories are so vivid. And it's not just the memories of that moment. My memories from before, the day before that, and even before that. One after another, various events from the retreat play back in my mind. No. No way. What the hell am I saying? That was no dream. That wasn't any sort of dream. Suddenly, a violent noise, like a gunshot, echoes out. Oh boy, who could it be? It's totally Yuka. It's totally Yuka. Bell? No. Oh wait, checks pocket. I guess I do. You know what? Actually, I've been walking around with this bell for a while. I kind of forgot about it. I turn around and there stands... Who are you again? who are you? What's going on here? How many times am I gonna have to say this line? Why? This just can't be. I suddenly glance at my watch. First of Monday, 9/19. The first. The first? The first? It's April 1st? What's going on here? What happened? Why am I here? My mind is in utter chaos. Sorry, Yuka. Yuka had been standing in my doorway. I push her out of the way and hurry into the living room. The first of Monday. Yeah, it's every day we start the loop over well, every week rather, we start the loop back over on April 1st because we are indeed the April Fool. April making fools of us all. Yeah, exactly. Basically, no one's out of here yet. No one's out here yet, rather. Eventually, the living room door slowly opens, and who enters but Haruka? Good morning. I wait for a response for several seconds. Haruka completely ignores my greeting and casually walks into the kitchen as if I hadn't spoken to her. I can say words. Following her, I try one more time. Good morning. Without a word, she turns the faucet and pours a glass of water. And with small sips, she drinks the entire glass. Wow, she hates us. Yeah, I think she acts like this normally, to be fair, but I also... It's hard not to have a different read on this because, I mean, we know she's... I was gonna say, like, she's the enemy of the Saki route, but, like, aren't we all the enemy of the Saki route, to be quite honest? We're all the enemy here. We're all the villains. Hey, Haruka? Haruka says nothing. Her lips tightly sealed, she stares at the window, at the water droplets falling from the faucet. I've seen this exact same thing before. So, if I remember correctly... Meanwhile, Okiko enters the living room, rubbing the sleep out of his eyes. Hey there, it's me, Okiko. Oh, am I interrupting something? He speaks directly to Haruka without looking at me, whatever. Nah, couldn't be. Juggling, he glances at me again. It's a look of contempt. It's the same. It's all the same, isn't it? To be fair, Saki is the enemy in all the other routes. True and fair. I've been actually thinking about this over the weekend, where it's like, in the Yuka route, technically speaking, like, the enemy, and I say this very loosely, but like, the quote-unquote enemy is Kurumi, because Kurumi runs away. Kurumi runs away and we can't find her, and we wouldn't be there if she didn't run away. But otherwise, yeah, Saki, I can't imagine Saki looks good in any of the other routes that isn't hers. So, Okiko, do you have a bell? Nah, he's not important. He doesn't get his own route, so whatever. So, I'm the only one who traveled through time. Which means, is Saki still alive? Oh, hold on, it's too early to assume anything. Alright, I'll check things out today. The 1st of April, Monday. Yippee! I decided to spend today as closely as possible following what I remember. The horrific breakfast prepared by Yuka. I spent all day throwing up. The misunderstanding with Kurumi delivering pizza to us instead of Saki's villa. She did not order pizza for the dog. I refuse to believe that. And heading to the tennis courts in the afternoon. All the while, I can't stop thinking about Saki. I just cannot get her out of my mind. Yet, I can't afford to act recklessly. I go off and do whatever I want. If I go off and do whatever I want, history might change. And I don't want to risk not being able to see Saki. As the day comes to an end. 5:18 p.m. Lurk getting food. I was supposed to lurk at the beginning, but this route went wild, as it usually does in this game. Thank you for the lurk, Chu. Enjoy your stay. Have a hopefully you're getting a good meal. So, as the day comes to an end, we arrive at Luna Beach. We meet Izumi-san again. All that's left is... Excuse me, I'm Asakura. Can I speak to the manager, please? Startled, I turn around. I can't help but be moved to tears. It's Saki. Saki's alive, right in front of me. Yes, that would be me. And here we get this goofy expression again. I demand an explanation. It's Saki. That voice, that tone, it's unmistakably hers. Excuse the outburst. I'm Saki Asakura from the Asakura family. We own a villa in the area. My. We always appreciate your business. Well, I don't really come here that often. And where's the pizza I ordered today? What are you talking about? The pizza! How many hours do you think have passed since I ordered it? How many hours? 6 hours. 6! What kind of place is this? There's some seriously patient folks out there, huh? I'm not speaking with you. I wasn't particularly talking to you either. Don't talk until I say so, got it? For some reason, I feel happy. It's so Saki. This is the Saki I know. Yup. What's wrong with you? You've been staring at me with that stupid grin this whole time. It's creepy, so stop it. Should I confess the truth? Actually, I know you from another life. There's no way we can say that. No, that would be pointless. There's absolutely no way she'd believe it. Maybe if we were close friends, but to Saki, I'm just a complete stranger. Anyway, Saki's safe. That's enough for me. So one thing that happens in the route is that Haruka and Saki have their conversation on the breakwater, and from there, Saki falls overboard and Izumi saves her. And for some reason, she confuses Izumi with Okiko and thinks that Okiko saves her, which is so strange. That's so strange, and I'm surprised nobody clears that up or whatever, but whatever. So my thought is, like, we should go in and save her. I mean, we're not going to. We're not as cool as Izumi, but we should try. We should at least attempt, and maybe she'll start confusing. Instead of Okiko, she'll start thinking about us, and that will be That'll be a good jumping off point from there to get her to trust us. Anyway, Saki's safe. That's enough for me. So, what are you going to do? What were you doing for the past 6 hours? I was waiting for my pizza. For 6 hours? You kidding? I don't have that much time to waste, you know. I told you, you know. Told it that we'd have to be patient. But it did understand that I ordered pizza, even without us speaking the same language, you know? Saki, you sound insane right now. So you ordered... you ordered a pizza for both you and the dog to share. We have to talk. Anyway, I had no choice but to play with it. I see. Saki's talking about that puppy. I get it now.
Big sis, do you understand what she's saying? She sounds like a friggin' psycho.
It's okay, it's okay. Don't worry, I'll take care of this.
What are you talking about?
There's nothing we can do, so I'll just hear her out for now. This type of customer just wants to complain. Then she will leave, so be patient, okay?
Why do we have to be patient?
Well, it's because we make a delivery mistake.
What? I definitely delivered it.
Don't raise your voice. Why would this be happening if you hadn't made a mistake, Kurumi?
That's horrible. Big sis, do you think I'm lying?
But she said it wasn't delivered.
I did deliver it. I delivered it to Asakura-san.
Oops. Don't talk until I tell you. Hold on. 1 second. Don't talk until I tell you.
I definitely delivered it to Asakura-san.
Now what the hell does this mean? I'm feeling somewhat moved watching a conversation that I'd heard before. Makoto, you are so weird, bro. It's just so nostalgic. I just miss the simpler times. This is where Yuka remembers Saki. Saki? Could you be Saki Asakura from middle school? You know, that bitch that everyone hated? It's like, I've been thinking about this as well over the weekend. It's like, this kind of sucks. This sucks. Cause like, why is Yuka's route, like, Saki is like, oh, you just don't understand her, let me tell you some more information. And then in Saki's route, Yuka's just like, yeah, we all hate her, and we've all hated her from the very beginning. Of course. It's always been like this. Just look. Watching Saki and Yuka get excited, I feel convinced. Time is undoubtedly repeating itself, no doubt. But why? No, more importantly, on April 6th, 5 days from now, Saki falls from the edge of Viewpoint Park. While I'm pondering this, Izumi-san interrupts Yuka and Saki. Well then, let me treat you both to a meal tonight as a celebration of your reunion. What? No way. We couldn't do that. Hold on a second. I came here to sort out the pizza situation. So, consider it an apology for that as well. The situation unfolds exactly the same as before. I think to myself, maybe this is a chance given to me by God. A divine command to save Saki this time. If things continue as they are, the same tragedy will happen in 5 days. Is it a message that says you must prevent that? Alright, I'll give it my all. For Saki. I'll spend these 6 days with Saki as my top priority. How about you guys join too? With pleasure. I don't hesitate to answer. Time to plunge into destiny. That's exactly how I feel. Afterwards, we go buy rice and have Izumi-san's homemade food. After dinner, we sneak into the night pool and get yelled at by the security guards again. It feels like watching a recorded video. Yet, there's one difference. Later at night, on our way back to the lodge from Tsukiyama, I didn't pick up the bell. Or more accurately, I couldn't pick it up. The bell wasn't on the shore. I searched diligently, but it was nowhere to be found. Really. Perhaps the fact that I have memories of these events might have slightly altered history. Okay. I don't know what that means, but okay, sure. But it doesn't seem to be of particular importance. The direct cause of that tragedy wasn't the bell. As long as I continue to trust Saki, history won't repeat itself. The issue isn't the bell. With these thoughts in mind, I return to the lodge and go to sleep. Alright, next day. We are flying through the days. 2nd of April, Tuesday. 4:04 p.m. I'll definitely save Saki this time. I decided so yesterday. But where should I start? What should I do? I'm at a loss. To save her, I have to help her get over her distrust of people. It's not just that picture incident with Yuka in middle school. There might be something more deeply ingrained than that. Regardless, I need to connect with Saki as soon as possible. Though it's been on my mind, I haven't accomplished anything meaningful. As it's a retreat, I can't find a natural situation to get closer to Saki. In the end, I just end up coming along with everyone to the breakwater. Well, we have to do something. We have to do something. This is a very important scene. But wait a minute, does this mean Saki's gonna... It's begun. I can hear Saki and Haruka arguing. Dang, like... Okay, Makoto, you kind of suck at this. We could have stopped this, I promise you. We could have stopped this. I immediately start running. Saki breaks free from Haruka. She sprints towards the end of the breakwater. Kia! Along with Saki's scream comes the tremendous sound of the breaking waves. It's a massive wave. The same high wave as before crashes against the breakwater. The wave envelops Saki and in an instant carries her away. Why did I forget something so important? Why did you? The correct answer is... the correct answer is... I would say jump into the sea, but... that wasn't the correct answer last time, apparently. Okay, this time the correct answer is jump into the sea. Wow, amazing. It took us a long time to get here, but we did it. I don't hold back this time. I keep running and leap into the ocean from the edge of the breakwater. I desperately hold on to Saki's sinking body. I feel her weight in my arms. I swallow some seawater. I think I'll die here. In the brief gaps between the waves, I finally manage to get my head above water and hear Yuka and the others' voices.
Big bro!
Saki! Holding on to Saki, I make my way for the breakwater. Man, it's gonna be so fun when I have to voice Kurumi for hours on end in the Kurumi route. It's gonna be so great. I'm just looking forward to it so much. After a long struggle, I reach it, lifting Saki's body onto the breakwater. Just then, something in Saki's hand sparkles. That's the bell, isn't it? I quickly grab it, stuffing it into my pocket. I also climb up and take Saki into my arms. Saki had completely lost consciousness, and her face is deathly pale. Her expression has a strange, unsettling beauty. Saki! Saki! I tap her cheeks lightly. Sure, that was the sound of tapping her cheeks lightly. It sounded like you smacked the shit out of her, but okay. Her eyelids move faintly. You awake? Can you hear my voice? Saki, her eyes half-masked, gazes blankly at me. When I turned around, I see everyone standing there. Did Saki-chan come too? I nod at Izumi-san, returning my attention to Saki. She's still staring at me. It's here when I realize something. History can easily be changed. It can't easily be changed if you didn't stop the conversation. Like, why didn't you stop the argument? 4:25 p.m. Saki is taken to the clinic. Her diagnosis is the same as before. As a precaution, she is kept there overnight. I'm so relieved. I was really worried for a moment there. It's not so easy for us humans to die, huh? What the hell? Did you really want to die back there? I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. What? I should just be happy, shouldn't I? I guess that's why I'm not so easy to love. After all, I owe my life to you, Makoto-kun. Well, I guess so. Saki seems to consider me her savior. Though I suppose that's true, isn't it? But when she's so straightforward about it, it's a bit unsettling. Well, what should we do now? We can't all stay overnight with Saki. Let's go back to the cafe, but someone should stay, right? Kurumi, can you stay with Saki-chan?
Not by me. Why? I don't
You need to pull your weight sometimes. Remember? You couldn't even deliver pizza properly to Saki-chan. So this is a way to make up for it.
That's not fair. It's not even my fault.
Can't you listen to your big sister?
You always say that. Fine, I got it.
Wait, I'll stay. I speak up. Because I want to be by Saki's side. Also, there's something I want to check. That's fine. There's no need for you to stay with me. It's not because I'm worried about you, Saki. I just want to be here. So we're slowly starting to become a tsundere as well. Then, how about leaving it up to Makoto-kun? Everyone nods in agreement with Izumi-san's words. Oh, you get a different portrait as well. Look at that. After everyone leaves, I turn to Saki. Saki looks up at me, somewhat embarrassed. Her eyes are filled with admiration. She'd been pretending to be tough, saying she couldn't trust anyone, but deep down, she wanted to believe. She wanted the kind of love that would accept her completely. While recalling what I could about Saki, I try asking her about the relationship between Haruka and the bell. By the way, Saki, what were you talking to Haruka about back on the breakwater? Before the wave got you, didn't she try to talk to you? And then you ran along the breakwater as if to escape. Did Haruka-chan tell you anything? Not exactly, but I'm worried. About Haruka-chan? About you, Saki. What are you talking about? Why? Huh? Why would you be worried about me? I just am. Makoto-kun. Would you tell me what's going on? I take the bell out of my pocket. I notice a change in Saki's complexion. There must be some connection to this bell, right? I can tell. I jingle the bell. She reacts exactly as I had expected. She averts her gaze from the bell, shivers all over. Stop. Stop it. Tell me what happened. No, I won't. I put my arms around Saki, pulling her close to me, hugging her tightly. Whoa, 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 okay. Don't worry, I'm here. Makoto-kun, I trust you. Trembling, Saki nods faintly. When I was a child, there was a charcoal shack behind our villa, and there was a girl about my age living there with her dad. That girl and I became friends, and I gave her the bell. It's a bell my mom gave me. So, this is it. I don't know for sure, but it just looks like it. So, did you give that bell to Kurumi or Haruka? I would assume Haruka, but why is there such a rift now? Is the question. It looks just like it. Yeah, so Mom got real mad and told me to go take it back. I told her no, that I'd already given it to her, and Dad, he said... What did he say? If you can't obey your mom, then you're not a part of our family. You can go live together with the charcoal shack girl. Whoa, that's... Okay, that's a little extreme. Come on, we can give gifts to people. It's fine. I don't know, did the parents also know, like, this bell has demon powers, don't give it to other people? Why would you give it to your daughter who's a child, then? So I went with my mom to take it back. We had to take it away from the girl who fought so hard, and even after that, she kept following us, so I threw rocks at her, because Mom told me to. Wow, okay, what the hell? Over and over. The girl was bleeding from the left side of her forehead. I was so scared, terrified. But even then... Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so that was Haruka, and that's why she has the little mark on her forehead, that we saw on her route. Dang, that is... What the hell? Where are your parents? I guess they're just not at the villa. They're, like, back in the city, just, like, working and stuff, or whatever. Mom told me, it's fine, it's fine. She told me, you can't be friends with clones! Don't show any mercy to them! Ah, I see. So that's where you get your ideology. clones. That girl was a clone. It was back when they weren't recognized by the law yet, so they were living in secret. Okay. So this girl, Haruka, has a scar on the left side of her forehead. And most importantly, she had that bell. That's why I took it from her again. I was just scared, that's all. So she somehow got the bell back after you and your mother stole it. But is the girl from your past really Haruka? I don't know. I can't remember her name anymore. I don't want to remember. Saki, let's figure things out. Let's talk to Haruka and hear her side of the story. Saki? No, I don't want to talk to Haruka. I'm afraid to see her face. I see. Okay. Leave things to me then. Huh? I'm going to find out for you. Saki gives me an anxious look. I speak firmly to reassure her. It's alright, don't you worry. Trust me. Damn, Haruka really got the short end of the stick and just, like, literally everything. Literally everything. That's kind of insane. Because I'm gonna keep trusting you only, Saki. Saki nods slowly, her eyes imploring me. 9:38 p.m. Afterward, I rejoin everyone at Luna Beach. I never got a chance to be alone with Haruka. In the end, I managed to catch her after returning to the lodge and taking a bath. I think it's best to ask her directly. I tell her everything I'd seen at the breakwater, as well as what I thought I heard from Saki at the clinic. So, what's the truth, Haruka? Is that story from our childhood true? And if it is, do you hate her for that? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Then why'd you show this to Saki and threaten her? I take out the bell. I found this bell on the beach last night. It felt strangely familiar. Familiar? Since the day it was taken from me, it's like I lost my heart. Taken from you by Saki? I'm not sure. When I was a little girl, I used to play alone in my room. Just with this bell, this one. It looks so similar to the bell from the back then. Someone, a girl, took the bell from me. She said, "It isn't yours. You're just a copy of someone." She pushed me and I hit my head on the corner of a desk or a chair, I think. What the hell? What? Okay. That's what gave me this scar. Yeah, there it is. That small scar on your forehead, huh? Saki changed suddenly when she saw this scar and the bell. It was frightening. What in the world is going on here? I'm bewildered. Their stories had some similarities about the bell, but there are some significant differences as well. Wait a minute. The girl who took the bell, was it really Saki? Haruka looks away from me. It seems she doesn't care about the inconsistencies in their stories. Saki's the same. They don't seem to care about the facts. They're both convinced themselves of their own version of events. If I don't check into the details, it could lead to a serious problem. That's what I think. The strange tension between the two of them that I've noticed over the past 6 days. That intense strife that everyone seemed to ignore is related to their childhood memories. Is it somehow related to the shrine and the fact that, like, that Kurumi went to the shrine and was like, this place feels so familiar, I don't know why, blah, 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 blah. And I don't know, maybe she went to an alternate timeline and maybe that influences things, and I don't know. I don't know, something like that. I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe it's just Izumi being mean to Haruka because she did say, like, there was a time when I was mean to Haruka. I don't know. They must be core memories for both of them. But the memories may not be rational. Even if others say something, nothing will change for sure. Because of this, I believe it's necessary to ensure the two of them meet and get the truth sorted out. However, I don't think Saki and Haruka would willingly cooperate and meet if I make the suggestion. especially when it comes to finding a place where Yuka and the others are out of sight. Then I remember, this evening before, I promised to go fishing with Haruka. I'll make use of that fact. I'll bring both of them to the breakwater and settle things once and for all. Okay, there might be a faster way. I don't know. Let me check the guide. Oh, ye guide? Tell me. Yeah, invite Haruka for fishing as planned. I don't even know why this is a choice. It's like, sounds like a solid plan. It's like, do you want to proceed with this? Do you want to do this? It's like, okay, sure. Yeah. Hey, Haruka, let's go fishing tomorrow. Okay, promise?
約束
A promise. That's right, a
どう
promise.
して約束なんてできる
How can you make something like a promise?
明日のことなんかわかん
Tomorrow can't be predicted, right? Tomorrow we'll go no matter what. It's something we've decided.
どうして決められるの
Why can that be decided? Because I trust you, Haruka.
信じる
Trust me. Haruka, you trust me too. Well, this is an insane thing to say. I mean, like, you can trust more than one person, but you did specifically tell Saki, like, I'm going to trust only you.
私も
I trust you too. That's right. If we can't trust each other like that, we can't make a
信
promise.
じ合う
Trust each other. Yeah.
私と
Now you and I trust each other? For sure. Make sure you don't forget our promise tomorrow. Keep it no matter what happens, okay? Haruka nods slowly, as if savoring the moment. Haruka leaves the room. I get into bed and close my eyes. Tomorrow, I hope things go well. I can't imagine they will. I just can't see it. 3rd of April, Wednesday. 9:33 a.m. Morning comes. In the living room, events are taking place as they did in the past. We start eating the toast Kurumi brought, and Haruka comes in, same as before. And Okiko runs in after her. What promise? What did you promise?
今日は釣りに
Today, I'm going fishing. Wait a moment. Today's plan was for tennis.
テニス
Tennis? Haruka, today you won't get away with saying I'll pass. It's an order from your team leader. Haruka looks puzzled, glances at me. That's right, Haruka-chan. Let's play some tennis.
約束した
But I made a promise. It's fine, you could cancel that promise.
約束は守
I need to keep it.
はるかさん
Haruka-san, who did you make the promise with?
それは
Me.
Huh?
I'm going fishing with Haruka today. I'm not gonna play tennis. Hey, why is Ishihara going? Is that true, Haruka-chan? Yes. So that's what's going on. Sorry, Yuka, but we're gonna ignore the leader's orders.
まあいいけど
It's alright, I guess. It's not like I have any real authority anyway. Haruka, what? I mean, not Haruka. Yuka, what do we do on this trip? I don't understand. Hold on a sec, Yuka-chan. You can't just let them go so easily. Ishihara, man, don't you understand? Seminars are about teamwork. Shut up, Okiko. I really don't want to hear that from you, Okiko. What did you say? I try to leave the living room. Haruka comes up to me. Wait, Haruka-chan, is there something going on between you and Ishihara?
約束だから
We made a promise. That's not a reason. Did something happen between you and Ishihara yesterday?
トイコに話すことじゃない
I don't want to talk to you about it. I have obtained coffee, pineapple, and cheese bread. That sounds so good. That sounds so good right about now, honestly. But it's almost midnight here as well, so maybe I should be eating. Dang. Wait, why did they take this trip? I thought it was a vacation thing. It's some sort of school retreat in which we're studying something about teamwork and friendship. I don't know. I don't know. Like, Yuka hasn't really explained it. It's like, whatever. We don't really know why we're here.
どうして
Why not?
私と誠
Because it's between me and Makoto. It's none of your business. Why are you going fishing with Ishihara? What's so good about him?
誠は
Makoto, trust me. Trust you? Ishihara? A sleazy guy like that's gotta have some ulterior motive.
私たちは信じ合って
We trust each other. You wouldn't understand, Okiko. You don't understand Ishihara, Haruka-chan.
私と誠のこと
Makoto and I have nothing to do with you. Yes, you do. You have to do with me. Haruka-chan, This is hard to watch, Okiko. You're kind of cringe, my guy. Stop it. Quiet. I want to hear that from you, Ishihara. Okay, that's so. Haruka, let's go. Let's leave them. Wait, tell him, Makoto. Studying friendship. Basically something like that. Friendship is my friends or my power. Something, I don't know. Huh? You and I, we trust each other. No matter what happens, right? Tell Okiko. It has nothing to do with him. Only we understand. Wait a second. This hasn't happened before. I mean, not on this timeline, but I've definitely seen this before. Why aren't you saying anything? Well... Cringe Okiko. Cringe Ohiko. We don't trust each other? That's not it. That's not it at all. What's so good about this creep, Haruka-chan? Creep? Who's a goddamn creep? This guy doesn't know shit. I trust Haruka. We made a promise last night. I trust Haruka, so Haruka trusts me. Just then, we hear a small crash. Oh, shit. I just thought, yeah, I guess that makes sense. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah. That's kind of awkward. Damn, we didn't hear the door open? Like, Saki, you can't announce yourself and be like, hey guys, what's going on? We really did become Okiko. That's kind of crazy. Turning around in surprise, Saki's standing there. A basket lies at her feet. So, that's how it is. You trust her. Oh no. This is when Saki comes to the lodge. Wait, Saki. Well, have a nice life then. You've got it all wrong. There's a reason for this. I quickly dash for her as she's about to run out. She violently pushes my outstretched hand away. She stares at me fiercely. I assume she's gonna do her clone thing. It's because she's a clone! Her clone, you don't understand, a clone! Suddenly, she stomps on the basket. Stomps on it viciously. Crushes it. Crushes it. The basket contorts grotesquely. Plastic dishes shatter. Pieces of sandwich scatter everywhere. Even though she prepared them for me. Haruka fixes an intense gaze on Saki and boldly approaches her. Saki, it's not what you think. Don't get near me. Even so, Haruka doesn't stop her advance. What? Stay away from me. I don't... There we go. It's like I pre-read the sentence and I was like, I see it at the end there. But stay away. I have nothing to do with you, you clone! Huh? Clone? In the end, history repeated itself. Though things happened slightly earlier than last time. I can't remember much of what went on after that. I can't think of anything. This time, the shock was much greater than before. After all, I had become the one who hurt Saki and Haruka. 8:20 p.m. I realized it's already evening. After what happened, I locked myself in my room alone. I haven't found any solutions to the Saki issue. Time just ticks on by. I start to feel anxious. The course of history had changed somewhat, but ultimately it's heading in a similar direction. Saki's broken basket lay on the floor of my room. I should probably fix it. Well, that's what we have Kurumi for. This time, I'll fix it myself. Oh, okay. Okay, that's all I can manage right now. (10:27 p.m.) As I work on repairing the basket, Haruka suddenly walks in. That's Saki's, isn't it? Yeah. Have you been fixing it all this time? Well, yeah. I'll help you. It's fine. Isn't it my fault? I wouldn't say that. You don't have to cover for me. No, really. It's really not like that. It's so weird. It feels more like Haruka's route than it does feel like Saki's route, honestly. I'll help. I said I'm fine. Your feelings are genuine, right? Even I understand that much. So, Haruka, what exactly happened between you and Saki? Talk with Saki properly. I don't like it, seeing the two of you like this. The reason you're both so distant must be some sort of misunderstanding. That's just weird, right? It might be scary, but I want you to leave things to me. I mean, how much of a misunderstanding is it really? Either way, the clonist stuff is like still very, very real, you know? Okay. With a nod, I raised the almost fixed basket. I plan to finish this by tomorrow morning. It's quite a job, you know? I know. Feels like Haruka chuckled slightly. Alright. April 4th, Thursday. 11:40 a.m. The next morning. Having managed to repair the basket with Haruka's help, I head to Saki's villa. I press the intercom button and speak. Hey, it's me, Makoto. What do you want? I have something to talk to you about. She'll come to the door. While waiting for her, I re-examine the basket. I gotta say, I did a pretty good job. I might have done a better job than last time. I mean, you didn't do anything last time, what? And then Saki appears. So, what did you want? I remain silent and hand her the basket. And what about it? What about it? I thought you might have really liked this basket, Saki. In other words, I'm kind of trying to express how I feel. And, okay, the goofy expression, the, like, bowed out to me expression. Crap, I'm completely playing into Saki's hands, as usual. So, I mean, I guess I like you to cherish things like this more, you know? Saki chuckles lightly through her nose before turning on her heels. And, without a word, she heads inside. Hey, hold on a second. With a pathetic voice, I chase after Saki. I have a feeling I'm doing the same thing as before. 11:44 a.m. When I step into the living room, Saki turns sharply and confronts me. Who said you could come in? You're the one who went inside without listening to what I had to say. I wasn't done speaking yet. Don't talk until I say so. As I fall silent, Saki glances briefly at the basket. So you fixed that for me. Waste of time. I was planning to throw that thing away anyway. I mean, now would be a good time to mention it's like, yeah, and Saki also helped me fix it. I mean, maybe... not Saki. Saki, you're Saki. Haruka also helped me fix it. Maybe that's not a good thing to mention right now, in the moment, just because things are so heated. I can understand that a little bit more than the fact that we, like, completely left Kurumi out of the conversation. We were like, yeah, whatever. I made this all by myself. So... She's pointing at her pathetic little basket. Saki clone helped me to fix it. Yeah, it's like, the Saki clone helped me fix it. You know about her, right? It's like, wait, you're not supposed to know about that? Don't worry about it. You can buy things like that anywhere, right? After all, it's just something someone made. Saki's putting on a front. I already know that her words are just bravado. You're a naive. You think you can win me back with something like this? I can't help but chuckle. Even though she's saying things like this, Saki would come to thank me tonight, making excuses like I was just on a walk. Is something funny? Sorry, you're just cute in a way. Don't make fun of me. No, I'm not making fun of you. You're lying. I'm not lying. I said so, right? That I'll keep trusting only you, and that was a load of horseshit. I mean, it's not only her. Then what about yesterday? That's what I want to talk about. Apologize. Explain the situation. These feel like both the same thing, but I mean, if I were in this situation, I would first apologize and then explain the situation, I suppose. What's the correct choice here? The correct choice is explain the situation. Don't apologize. You have nothing to apologize about, even though you did technically lie. Explain the situation. What the hell? What is this route? That was just an excuse to take Haruka out so I could get the two of you talking. What's that supposed to mean? I talked with Haruka, but I still think it's better for both of you to talk directly. Ba. I have a feeling there's some weird misunderstanding going on. Both of you are just being stubborn and you're taking things the wrong way. I bet it's scary. But if you don't talk now, the situation might become irreparable. Can you just give me a chance to handle things? I ask her sincerely. Can I really trust you? Yeah. So it's really okay this time. I give a deep nod. It's so strange. I mean, we're just lying to Haruka. It's like we're not on the Haruka route, so I get it, but we have no idea the horrors, the horrors and trauma that Haruka has been through. Like it's kind of wild. It's kind of crazy. We're learning more information that makes me feel worse for Haruka in this route too. It's like, dang, she's lived a miserable life. I bring Saki to the observation park. Haruka's waiting beneath the lighthouse. Last night, I had told her the time and place to meet. Under the lighthouse, Saki and Haruka face each other. The two of them are both stiff from the anxiety. Looking from one to the other, I start talking slowly. Alright, let's sort things out, shall we? I place the bell between Saki and Haruka. Saki, you forcibly took back the bell you gave to the girl in the charcoal shack. At that time, you threw a stone at the girl, a clone, who was chasing you, and she got a scar on her forehead. Yeah. Haruka, you had the bell you cherished taken away by some girl, and when you chased after her, she pushed you. Then you hit your head on a table or chair, and that's how you got the scar on your forehead, right? Yes. Did we say that Kurumi had a scar on her forehead? I think... I don't think so. If she does have one, we definitely haven't seen it, but why do I briefly feel like in some timeline, somewhere, someone mentioned her having one? I might be wrong about that. I don't know. Yes. The common point here is either taking the bell or having it taken. The forehead scar was inflicted during that altercation. Both of them nod in silence. But what about other things? For example, your ages. When did you get your forehead injury, Haruka? I'm not sure, but it was maybe when I was still too young to go outside. I see. Then what about you, Saki? How old were you when you played with the girl in the charcoal shack? Can you remember? That was after the villa was built. I was 6 at the time. If you were 6, Saki, then Haruka would have been 5, right? A 5-year-old child can certainly play outside. In terms of timing, the two memories are clearly out of sync. I mean, we don't know Haruka's situation. I mean, it's quite the stretch. Are we gonna ask Haruka about her home situation, her family life? What was it like at the time when you were 5 years old and stuff like that? But I see what you're saying. We're basically... So those were not the same person. In which case, the girl in the charcoal shack was Kurumi, and Kurumi is not a... Kurumi is either a clone or she's a clone of... is like a clone of a clone, or like she's the real one and she was just out there living in the shack with the person who kidnapped her when she was a baby. This plot is insane. I don't know what's happening. Okay. Moreover, the reason for Haruka's forehead scar are clearly contradictory between the two of you. Do we know if Saki has a forehead scar? Saki does not have a forehead scar. No, she doesn't have one. But Kurumi might. I don't know. Were you trapped in the basement until you were a teenager? Please let me know. Please let me know. It's like, this is a hop, skip, and a jump to a conclusion, but I mean, yeah, you're right. I know that you're right, but still. They're both clones, and Saki got cloned 1 year earlier. You'd have to make a whole time chart board, like trying to figure out who's a clone of who and when the cloning process happened. And it's just me with I'm the guy with the red string pointing at the board, just like, hey, I want you to know, like I'm figuring it out. I got this. Saki, you said it's a scar from throwing a stone, but according to Haruka's memory, it seems to be an injury from hitting a desk or chair. Because of your extremely vivid memories, you overlooked the fine differences and mistakenly believed that one another was the person from your past. Saki and Haruka timidly face each other. And the biggest reason for the misunderstanding is this. Saying that, I pick up the bell. Hold it together, both of you. Saki and Haruka nod, placing their hands on my clenched fist. It was because of this bell that the two of you had that weird misunderstanding. But now it's over. There's no reason to fight anymore. The two nod. Confirming that, I toss the bell down the cliff. Alright, let's get rid of this thing. We don't need it. Are you sure? Are you sure, yes, sir? Like, we could have saved that. It was fine. With a quiet jingle, the bell briefly sparkles in the sunlight and sinks into the sea. With this, history has changed. The rift between the two of them has disappeared without a trace. Yay! Friendship is magic. After that, the barbecue party is held as planned. Yippee! This version of Okiko is actually a clone. This version of Makoto is actually a clone of Okiko. That's why this Makoto is so cringe. Honestly, at this point, that might honestly be the answer. I don't know anymore. Like, we don't know what's happening. We had a great time eating and singing for a few hours. In the end, everything goes smoothly and the barbecue concludes without any issues. In other words, there's no fighting between Saki, Haruka, and Yuka. The three of them managed to get along just fine. Well, when you think about it, that's to be expected. After all, Saki and Haruka have completely buried the hatchet. Until Kurumi is like,
Hey, big bro, do you want to see the scar that I have on the top of my head?
it's like, uh-oh. Wait, no. I let out a sigh of relief. 9:09 p.m. After finishing the barbecue and returning to the lodge, Izumi-san, Kurumi, and of course Saki are with us. As soon as we enter the living room, Izumi-san speaks up. Oh, that's right. There's an open-air hot spring nearby. I can't hide my surprise at these words. It's been 11 days since we arrived on the island, and I had no idea there was a hot spring nearby. It seems like history has certainly changed. Oh, yeah, I guess we didn't go to the hot spring, did we? There's a lot of stuff that's like kind of strange about Saki's route. Interesting. Okay. Seems like history has certainly changed. And so we decide to go to this open-air hot spring. But Kurumi's not gonna go. Kurumi doesn't go to the hot spring. She doesn't like being in water. Does she not like being in water because she recognizes Saki? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. Then Okiko butts in and also shows you his scar. I didn't know you know this, man, but like actually I have a scar on the left of my forehead as well. It's like, gosh darn it, Okiko, shut up. We don't need you to be added to the plot. Throw the bell into the sea, gain a hot spring. Yay, yippee! The hot spring is indeed located near the lodge. It's a natural rock bath in the middle of the forest. I've been in the bath for about 10 minutes. My body's completely relaxed and my mind's in a daze. Perhaps I should get out for now. Thus, I pull myself up to the edge of the bath with a sigh. It's really pleasant sitting here with a cool night breeze gently blowing against my warm body. Phew. Man, it feels really good. When was the last time I had a bath like this? Come to think of it, since being at this retreat, a lot has happened, but is this the first time I've felt peace? I contemplate this and naturally turn my gaze towards Saki. Just then, Saki stands up and comes over to sit next to me. She's looking at me like she wants to say something. I also don't think Saki has ever gone with us to this hot spring. Yeah? Did she? No, I think it was just Haruka and Yuka and Izumi. Interesting. I wanted to say something as well, but I can't help but be distracted by our cleavage. I quickly avert my eyes, but I feel awkward and don't know where to look. I try looking up at the sky or down at my feet. What's wrong? Uh-oh, did she notice? I mean, if you're being friggin' awkward as hell, then yeah. No, nothing really. I wasn't doing anything. I answer to cover my embarrassment. However, Saki has an unusually cheerful expression on her face. Looks like you're a normal guy, Makoto-kun. My face instantly turns red. Being caught staring is always an embarrassing moment for a dude. Saki's indeed sharp. I can't find the right words to reply, but try to brush it off. I find it interesting that this is the only time he's ever actually stared. He never did this with Yuka or Haruka. Not really, not to this degree. Well then, I think it's time to wash my face. I say and stand up. I want to get out of here as quickly as possible. Just then, slip. I slip on the wet rock and I'm about to lose my balance. Desperately trying to regain my footing, I reach out and grab the soft mat. Alright, it's certainly the most anime. Certainly the most anime of the three so far. Here we go. I desperately reach out and grab the soft mounds in front of me. Huh? I grabbed onto Saki's chest and to try to steady myself. I want to let you know, that would just not work. That would hurt. She would probably slip as well and fall down with you. Makoto, please. Root, please, game, please. Panicking, I quickly release my hands. That was on purpose, wasn't it? No, it was an accident. That was a little too perfect to be a coincidence. I'm not lying. It was an accident. An accident. What a convenient accident. Fine. I guess I'll believe it was an accident. I told you! There's no point in explaining any further. I give up. Besides, Saki doesn't seem genuinely angry. In a typical situation, she might have slapped me. Definitely. Perhaps Saki had mellowed out after reconciling with Haruka. Let me take a sip of water here. My voice is kind of crackling and dying. Alright, to be fair though, my voice has been kinda wonky all day, to be honest, so. Or maybe this is the real Saki. Thinking I got off lucky, I decide to leave the hot spring and return to the lodge. Did Kurumi come with us? Game, you didn't answer the question. On the way back, walking through the woods, Saki suddenly comes up next to me. What's up, Saki? Thanks, I guess, for this morning. Thanks? Could you be talking about the basket? Saki blushes, nods shyly. Well, I've said thanks and all. With those words, Saki continues ahead, leaving me behind. Great. Awesome. Dang, Kurumi irrelevant on this route. She's irrelevant on every route. She tries so hard to be important. And, like, with the exception of maybe Yuka's route, she really is. She's just, like, kind of so irrelevant. It's so strange. It's so weird. Oh, a raid! Hello! Hello, Pidgey. Pidgey, 2x0. Pidgey, hello. Welcome on in, Raiders. I am, my name is Courie Cosmos. I'm the delivery girl of the universe, in the multiverses. Right now, I'm playing Never 7, which is certainly one of the games of all time. Certainly one of those games. I don't know what's happening in this route, but this is a game that's an early game that's written by the creator of like Zero Escape and I, the Somnium Files, if you're familiar with it. Hello, what were you streaming? What were you playing? How was your stream? Yeah, this is like an early game from that creator, and it's low-key. It's more low-key than those games are, but it's still quite strange. Quite strange, I would say. I'm having a good time with it though, so. I hope your stream went well though. I watched her retreating figure with a smile. Oh, I didn't even see you. Hello. Hello, Black Blue. Hello. Also, hello, Rinokio. Rinokio. There we go. I got there eventually. I can read. Hello. Welcome. We were doing some drawing. Ooh, nice. Nice. What were you drawing? It's so interesting. I sometimes wonder, do I want to do an art stream? It's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can bring myself to do an art stream personally. But I always love tuning into other people's art streams. So, Runocchio. Yes. Oh, I see. Runocchio. I I see. Drawing my OCs for art fight. I'm joining late. Oh, I see. Drawing OCs. Well, no worries at all. Thank you so much. As you can hear, my voice is kind of dying. It's been dying all day. But thank you again for the raid. And I know if anyone has to sort of hop out, feel free to do so. I'm just kind of here chilling, vibing, as I do. So, but yeah, we're just kind of here reading and hoping that my voice doesn't die in the process. Joint magma streams are always fun. I see. Got a raid and dash, but have a great stream. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day or night as well. So bye. You gotta hydrate, right? Yeah, I got hydration. It's here. I did hydrate, but I'm gonna hydrate again because. All right. Please, voice, just get through the rest of this. I'm begging you. History repeats itself. What a joke. I think this to myself as I lay on my bed. I close my eyes and soon fall into a peaceful slumber. All right. It's almost Saturday, which is the day of all days. The 5th of April, Friday. 12:10 a.m. The next morning, I wake up and spend some time in the living room before heading to Saki's villa. It's exactly 10:12. By now, that puppy should be with Saki. As expected, when I make my way around to the backyard, I see Saki feeding it. The puppy wags its tail happily, enthusiastically going to town on the food. Yo, Saki! I greet her cheerfully. Makoto-kun! That puppy looks as energetic as ever, huh? Saki's flustered, desperately searching for words. Saturday, the something 7. Before she can speak, I do. It's okay, you don't have to say anything. I've known for a while that you're taking care of that puppy. Huh? And I also know that you ordered the pizza. And I also know that you ordered the pizza for the puppy on the 1st. Saki, we have to talk. We have some things to talk about. You cannot feed a dog pizza. You just can't do that. Please. And also why you love animals and plants. Makoto, what are we doing? Did you already do the time loop? Yeah, we already went back in time. This one was actually kind of a little bit more fucked up. It was basically like all of our money went missing, and I mean, to be fair, Saki wasn't helping her case. She wasn't saying anything about it. But we assumed that it was Saki who stole the money. And Saki took the bell and then she jumped off a cliff herself, which is very different from Haruka or Yuka. I was like, what the hell? And then from that bell, we managed to go back in time. So we've managed to stop a good amount of things. What? Yeah, well, we've managed to stop a good amount of stuff. So far, I will say the biggest thing has been, we've learned that, how to describe this? Basically, long and short of it, we've learned that, Saki met a clone in her youth, who she threw, her parents, Saki's parents suck, basically, and taught her a bunch of bad stuff. She threw a rock at this clone, and the clone has a scar on the left side of their forehead. And then Haruka also has a scar on the left side of her forehead. However, she is a different clone. She's not the same clone. So that's why that confusion is sort of happening. They're friends now, so yay, yippee. I mean, it doesn't stop the clonism, but sure. I don't know. I don't know. Okay. By the way, I'm a time traveler, and at some point I kick your dog. Don't worry about that last part, though. Don't worry about it. People can't be trusted, but animals and plants don't lie, right? That's right. They don't need words. They don't need that sort of thing. And my voice is... Okay, let's try this again. Oh gosh. Do we ever get an explanation for how clones even exist? They just exist in this world, but we do know that Izumi and Kurumi's father, both parents actually, are like leading clone research experts, basically. So they made great strides within the field. They're like super famous or whatever. Could she be a clone of that clone? Possibly. My theory right now is that I have this vague memory of Kurumi having a scar on her head. And so, my theory is that the original Kurumi is gone. And then there was a second clone. And then that clone was gone for some reason. And then there's a third clone. And that was Haruka. And you think that clone was Haruka, but it's actually Kurumi. I don't know. That's what I'm going with. So it's Kurumi's fault. Yep, basically, it's all Kurumi's fault. That's right, they don't need words. They don't need that sort of thing. But Saki, don't you think that's a little off? The wizard picture. Saki shivers for a moment and turns towards me. At your middle school cultural festival. Yuka told you about that? I nod slowly, though it's only half true. I haven't heard about it from Yuka in this version of history, but it's true that I have heard it before. I wanted to see it alone. Tears well up in Saki's eyes. I wanted to see it by myself, with no one else around. As soon as she says this, big tears roll down her cheeks. Saki clenches her teeth, stands still as if bolted to the ground, her slender shoulders trembling. Both of her fists are tightly clenched. They're so small, her tears fall and splatter upon them. The wizard that Yuka drew, it was really good, right? Saki looks at me. It looks so much as if she's trying to convey something. Saki nods firmly, biting her lip. New tears well up in her eyes. Hey, Saki? But I know something. That you didn't destroy the picture and run away. Huh? You just didn't want anyone to see you crying. That's right, isn't it? Saki, looking a bit lonely, nods lightly and speaks quietly. The only things that listened to me at school were the stray cat living there and the cherry tree in the courtyard. That's not true. That's not true, Saki. There are others who properly listen to you. Right here, you know? Right here. Makoto-kun. I don't need words from you. I'll be both the cat and the cherry tree for you. He thought it was a banger line. He was like, let me say this in the next timeline as well. Just like, I really love this line. I think it's great. Tears well up in Saki's eyes once again. Without saying anything, I pull her close. Come on now. I don't want to see you cry. What does it mean, Makoto? I guess it's supposed to be like, I don't know. It's supposed to be reminiscent of the past for her, but it's also like, dang, dude, you couldn't think of a better way to phrase it? I don't know. You couldn't think of a better line? I told you before, I trust you, Saki. A line like that would only work for her. True. Bro, this Makoto better be a clone or something. I think Makoto is gonna end up being a clone at the very end. That's my hope, at the very least. And I'll keep trusting you from here on out. No matter what happens, I'll keep trusting only you, Saki, for eternity. Her face buried in my chest, Saki nods gently. Yeah, that's right. No matter what happens, what anyone says, I won't let the same events transpire again. I will continue to trust Saki. I commit myself to these words. 11:16 p.m. As the day draws to a close, Izumi-san and Kurumi come to stay at the lodge. The sisters are their usual cheerful selves. Saki, too, is in high spirits, not showing any signs of her usual prickliness. Moreover, Yuko doesn't seem to be all bothered at all about the wizard picture. So everything is good. Everything is nice. So we just have to make sure that we stay up all night and stop whoever from stealing the money. In fact, she might have completely forgotten about it. Just like with the Bell incident, unpleasant memories tend to remain hidden as long as there are no triggers to bring them to the surface. Carrying such baggage deep within one's heart is far from pleasant, but controlling oneself to keep it from emerging is an admirable way to live. That's what I think. By the way, Izumi-san had brought her bulging handbag with her again today, with all of her money. Like, that was like thousands of dollars. She was just raking in dough that day. Of course, the day's earnings from Luna Beach are inside. The day has finally arrived. Sometime between tonight and tomorrow early morning, someone would surely come in to steal the money. This time, I will prove Saki's innocence. If I do that, there'll be no need for that tragedy to happen tomorrow. I decide to stay up all night, keeping watch on my own from the living room sofa. Right now, everyone else is in their respective rooms. Only Saki had gone back to her villa. The joy-filled voices of the girls can be heard from Yuka's crowded room. I listen to them and simply wait patiently for the real culprit to show up. Huh. Okay, April 6th, Saturday. I'm so curious about what the explanation for this is, because I don't know. I don't see why previously she would have been like, yeah, I'm just not gonna say anything. Like, I know it's like other people can't be trusted and they'll never trust me or whatever, but it's like, you could just say like, hey, I didn't steal the money. Like, buzz off. You could at least say that. An hour has passed since Yuka's room went quiet. I can hear rain outside the lodge now. I glance at the cuckoo clock. It's time to hear the sound of that bell, but just then, I hear the sound of something hitting the window from somewhere. The tension is palpable. I strain my ears, trying to locate the source of the sound in the darkness. Makoto-kun! Makoto-kun! It's Saki's voice. It's coming from my room. I quickly get up and rush in. From my room? But no one's there. I can't hear Saki's voice. The sound of whatever was hitting the window has stopped. I open the skylight and lean out. The rain is pouring down hard and my upper body is quickly drenched. Squinting against the pelting rain, I peer into the darkness. Yet I see no sign of anyone. Oh shit, we have to go back. I climb down and close the skylight. Just as I do, I hear the sound of the front door closing. Oh no. What the hell? I shoot out of my room like a bullet. There's no one in the living room, but all the money is gone too. I quickly open the front door, stepping outside. I could hear footsteps scrambling down the stairs. I lean over the terrace to get a view of what's happening below. I can make out a girl dashing away from the lodge. It's Saki. In the pouring rain, Saki's determinedly sprinting toward the forest road. Saki! I scream out her name, but my voice doesn't reach her. The downpour mercilessly drowns it out. And just then, I realize something. When I looked down at Saki from above, she was carrying something in her arms. She was carrying something. No way. It can't be. Was it actually Saki who stole our stuff? It was the cat. It was that cat in the cherry tree line. It's like it ruined this timeline. Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's like, I can't believe she planned it though. Like she even planned to like lure us away from the living room. But like, is this her? I don't know. Are we all clones? Are we all just multiple clones running around? I rush down the stairs and out into the pouring rain. Near the, oh thank god, that thing is so loud. Near the entrance of the forest road, I can see two bright red taillights. It's a taxi. Saki runs toward the car, her ponytail flopping about. And she gets inside. The headlights shine bright, and countless raindrops sparkle vividly in the darkness. With a heavy exhaust sound, the taxi starts moving. The bright red lights gradually fade, and the sound of the tires kicking up gravel eventually disappears into the sound of the rain. So, what happens now? What happens now? Why is there so much noise? 8:32 a.m. The next morning, I stumble into the living room, drawn by Izumi-san's voice. I watch her in a daze as she frantically empties her handbag. What's the matter? The money we made yesterday, it's all gone.
Big sis, did you check properly?
Of course. Did you maybe put the money somewhere else? Maybe we won't suspect her this time, but I mean, I definitely saw her. I definitely saw her. And Okiko might still see her. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like that one Jim Carrey movie, except we're all just in a video game instead of a movie. It's exactly like that, to be honest. Did you maybe put the money somewhere else? That was Yuka's line. Oops. I'd never do that. Never that. Then was it stolen? That's the only explanation. What do we do? There's something that's been bothering me about this. What is it?
More importantly, we need to contact the police.
Okay. First, the police. I remain completely absent-minded during their conversation. Since what happened last night, I haven't slept at all. I can't stop thinking about Saki. What was she carrying in her arms? It can't be. No, there's no way. It's gotta be some mistake. Saki will be here soon. As far as I'm aware, don't we have the bell? So maybe she stole the bell from us? Because she... I don't know, for some reason? But, I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to give Saki the benefit of the doubt here. It's like, you could just say, like, hey, hey, like, I didn't steal it, but she didn't say that. I don't know. Aren't there multiple bells? There are. There are at least 2 bells. Confirmed. There might be up to 6, honestly, at this point. I don't know. But I know that she definitely doesn't have one because we got our bell from her. So, Saki will be here soon. What should I do? I've got to avoid the worst case scenario. Excuse me, is Makoto-kun here? Saki finally arrives, brushing off the raindrops from her hair. I hope you don't mind that I came in without asking. It's pouring out there. May I borrow a towel? Yuka goes straight to the kitchen. Izumi-san glances up to look at Saki. Okiko steals a quick glance at her. Kurumi, lying down, looks up towards Saki. Only Haruka looks a little different than before. Ah, Makoto-kun, good. Could we talk for a second? This is the second time to see her looking like this. She seems so happy, as if something good has happened. Or is she celebrating because she got the money? Or, come on, what kind of nonsense am I thinking? We should have thrown all the bells. We should just get rid of all the bells. Just go up to each and every girl, say, hey, do you have a bell? And be like, yeah. It's like, can I see the bell? And then just get rid of all of them. All of them. They just have to go. What if the Saki clone stole the money? That's possible. That's the leading theory. That's the leading theory. If Saki has a clone, then the clone stole the money. But, I mean, why would you have a clone? Especially because your parents hate clones. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Huh? What's the matter? Her head tilting inquisitively, Saki looks around, scanning the room. Someone broke in. Huh? Broke in? You came here yesterday around midnight last night, didn't you? I saw you leaving the lodge. You even took a taxi somewhere, right? Ah, shit, you still saw that. Alright. Is that true? I won't let you say you don't know, okay? There are witnesses. Who? Ishihara, tell us what you saw last night. Makoto-kun saw it? What did you see? You followed her outside, right? You must have seen her face too. Makoto, did you follow her? No, Stop lying, would you? I hang my head. I can feel everyone's stares piercing into me. I lift my head and look at Saki. Saki stares straight into my eyes. Yeah, I did follow someone. Who was it? Who? What the hell is going on here with these reactions? They did this last time as well. So I'm guessing it must be one of them. Either Kurumi or Haruka took the money. I don't know, something like that. Cause this is a weird reaction is that's strange. That's really strange. Oops. I dropped my my wire here. Okay. Saki didn't steal our stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm guessing the correct answer is I don't know. Not that. It's probably Saki didn't steal our stuff. Just be super duper believe in her always, even though it doesn't really make sense to me, but I don't know. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have to BRB real quick. Give me 1 second. I will go over to Burb screen, and then I'll be right back in a bit to make this choice. All right, I am back. Let me go over back to game screen. Pull up the guide again. See what the correct answer is. I assume it's to. Okay, at the next choice, create a new save. The game said, please save here. Let me hold on. Save. I don't know if it really matters too much. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Let's save here at number 3. There we go. Something more important than words, Saki wrote. Okay. Alright. I'm guessing this is the branching point. This is gonna be the branching point. Yeah. So this is the branching point for the bad end of the game. In guide we trust. Truly. Let's see. Quite honestly, I did say that I wasn't gonna get any more of the bad ends because they weren't that interesting. And this one might be the same, to be fair. However, I mean, this route overall has been slightly more interesting. So let's see. I don't know. Okay, I think it was Haruka that stole the money then. I don't understand what's happening. Hey, Ishihara. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. That's all I can manage to say. No, it wasn't Saki. That was what I wanted to say, but couldn't. But yesterday night I saw her. That's why I can't defend her. I want to believe, but I can't. A dark haze fills my mind. I've completely gone to pieces. My judgment is clouded. Enough. From your attitude, it's clear without even asking. Saki-chan, what were you doing here last night? I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't steal from you. Okay, well this time you actually said it. That's cool. You didn't say that last time. You just stayed completely silent. Then tell us what you were doing. I don't know. If you don't know, then we can't make any sense of this. I don't know what I don't know. Saki-chan, just tell me once, okay? Was it you?
Tell us, please. Tell us the truth.
Saki averts her eyes, clenched her lips, tightens her fist. Saki, With great effort, I manage to speak. Saki looks at me. Her eyes are seeking help. They're trying to cling to me for support. Makoto-kun, you believe me, right? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Liar. I'm not lying. If you're not lying, then why aren't you saying anything? Won't you say anything on my behalf? This is technically stuff we've already seen. But, well... Saki, I want nothing more than to trust you, but... You too, Makoto-kun. You won't believe me unless I explain everything. I mean, remember how I explained stuff? Remember how I literally said to Haruka, like, hey, I trust you, and then you wanted an explanation about that, and I gave the explanation? It'd be so simple if you could also return the favor and then give an explanation, please. Saki slowly shakes her head. You're the same too, Makoto. All people are the same. Saki turns on her heels and runs out the entrance. Alright, I'm gonna skip through this, because it seems to be the same. Will history indeed repeat itself? Probably. Probably. Seemed like it. No, I will absolutely not allow that to happen. Remember my killer line about cats and cherry trees? It's like, remember that? Come on! Come on, Saki! Come on! Why is she like this? I mean, I get the pressure that she's feeling, but also this is insane. Given everything that we've done right in this route, it feels kind of wild for her to jump to this conclusion. What's even happening? Just talk. Just talk. Saki, I don't want to lose you. It's the end of the cape, a dead end. Saki's holding onto the fence, facing away from me. I can hear the crashing waves from below the cliff. The cold rain is beating down on Saki's back. Saki! I shout loudly as I run towards her. Saki doesn't respond, nor does she turn around. And she swings her leg over the railing. Oh, this is all the same. Stay away from me. I'm gonna do it. I stop in my tracks. It's like, I always thought, huh? That no one cares about me at all, Saki. So I won't trust people. I know, I've heard this before. Just listen. Just explain. But I want you to trust me. I won't trust people. Saki repeats the same words. I lied to you, too. I didn't trust you. Saki quietly lifts her left hand to reveal in the palm of her hand. No goddamn way. Yeah, so she must have stolen back the bell. Why is the bell there? It's the bell I view. Oh. It's the bell I view from through Point Park. There we go. I got there. Gosh darn it. It's the bell I threw from Viewpoint Park. Just how? Never mind, we don't have the bell. We threw it away. After the whole situation with Haruka and Saki was resolved, we threw it away. And yet she still got the bell back somehow. Or at least one of the bells. Okay. Just how? Bewildered, I take a step forward. I told you not to come closer. Stay away. Okay. One more gentle step, and she's gonna let go. Yeah. Yeah. And it falls into the glistening ocean. Why? Why, Saki? Saki. The strength drains from my entire body. I stumble as if drawn in by a force. Damn, we shouldn't have thrown it. And I follow Saki off the cliff. Wait, what? With my own bell? Why was there a second? What? What the hell? Okay, so for reference, in the Yuka Bad End, what actually happened in the Yuka Bad End? The Yuka Bad End was just like, we go back, yeah, we go back in time again, right? Wait, no, what happened in the Yuka Bad End? Actually, I just completely forgot about her. Okay, no, I think we both died at the end of the Yuka Bad End because the shrine collapses on both of us and we no longer have the bells. So there is that. I mean, that's, you know, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. In Haruka's bad end, we just go back in time again, and we just get super bummed out about it, I guess. That's the bad end. In this route, she dies. She jumps off the cliff, and we follow her. And, like, the two bells are there, so it's supposed to imply that maybe we go back in time or something, but it's not direct about it. They just kind of want to end it there. They're like, yeah, I mean, you made the wrong choice. What the hell? Why would you do that, game? How did these endings get more and more confusing? It's just like, what the heck? Huka? I promise, I'm trying to remember Yuka. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, she was very important to the plot or something. That was strange. Saki route bad ends. Well, great. Let's go ahead and load and get the actual end for this. Saki didn't steal our stuff. It honestly would have been even better if, like, because we communicated this time our feelings and we, like, really got them across, if then from seeing that Saki was able to learn how to communicate her own feelings as well. But no, we just gotta believe. We just gotta believe. We have no proof, no evidence, but sure. Saki didn't steal our stuff. What'd you say? Saki's not the kind of person who would do that. No way. You may say that, but you're acting weird, Ishihara. For sure, yesterday night I saw Saki getting into a taxi. But that doesn't mean Saki's the criminal. No, there's absolutely no way she is. So what was she doing? What? Who cares what? We care. Look, everyone wants to know what's going on. Makoto, what's going on here? Explain it so we can understand. I think it's a reasonable thing to, to get upset about. We're all missing our money, right? That's what was said. Obviously, it's more devastating for Izumi, who's, like, literally managing a business. But we're all missing our money. Yuka. Saki-chan, just tell me once, okay? Was it you?
Tell us, please. Tell us the truth.
Saki averts her eyes, clenches her lips, tightens her fists. Izumi-san, Kurumi too. What are you saying? She has to explain herself. You won't believe her unless she explains everything. I don't need to do that. Those had question marks at the end. It's like, you won't believe her unless she explains? Well, I mean, she can just explain. What's going on? I don't need her to... Haruka speaking. I don't need her to do that. Huh? Enough. Just stop it. Saki, forget about me. All people are the same. Saki turns on her heels and runs out of the entrance. I dash after her when Haruka whispers softly, Makoto, I trust Saki. Her words touch my heart deeply. Aw. Aw, well, that's very nice for you, but I don't know if I feel the same, to be quite honest. I give Haruka a firm nod and immediately follow Saki. I mean, I don't think that she stole the money. It's just like, do you know who stole the money? Can you lead us to answers? Can you just say things? Saki flies down the muddy forest path, and I desperately chase after her. Paying no mind to the pouring rain, I continue to run. Will history indeed repeat itself? Alright, this is all the same. Saki, I don't want to lose you. It's the end of the cape, a dead end. Saki's holding onto the fence, facing away from me. I can hear the crashing waves from below the cliff. The cold rain is beating down on Saki's back. Saki! I shout loudly as I run towards her. Saki doesn't respond, nor does she turn around. And she swings her leg over the railing. This is the third time that we've seen this in one image. Stay away. Stay away from me. I stop in my tracks. The fierce wind blows Saki's hair around. I always thought, that no one cares about me at all. Saki, so I won't trust people. I can't trust them. I don't want to. Oh, there's a choice. Hold on. Hello, dear guide. I don't need you to trust me. Is an insane thing to say. Shouldn't the correct answer be you can trust me? Hold on. Hold on. Oh. Oh. What the hell? The correct answer here is I don't need you to trust me. I don't need you to trust me. I just want you to know that I trust you. I don't think I understand Saki at all. On a fundamental level. I don't need you to trust me. Listen to me, Saki. I didn't come all the way here because I need you to trust me. I trust you, so that's why I'm here. Why? Why are you defending me? Because I trust you. Because I trust you, Saki. Liar. I'm not lying. I told you, right? That I don't need words. That I will be both the cherry tree and the cat for you. Also, do you need a reason to trust people? Saki suddenly gasps. Her lips tighten and her brow furrows. Tears flow out from her large eyes. But... Saki, you're so damn silly. I guess it's more, I don't need you to trust me, I will always trust you, which is like, it could be, you know, it would be nice if it was reciprocal. I don't know, it would be kind of cool if it was, but I don't know. Saki's always been kind of like the princess type, so maybe, like my trust isn't dependent on your trust. I see. I see. That's a good way of thinking about it. That's fair. Still, this is this is insane. Believe in me who believes in you, truly. Saki burst into tears. I slowly walk towards her. Leaning over the railing, I grab hold of Saki. Carefully, I lift her up, bringing her towards me. Aww. Makoto-kun. Briefly saying my name, Saki rubs her cheeks against my chest in such a shy way. Her gesture is just so cute, adorable. Her nose tickles as it rubs against my chest. She holds me tightly, not letting go, as if she were trying to regain what she had lost. I gently hug her back in response. I want to accept everything about Saki. I want to take all of her into my being. I don't need words. Saki's feelings directly reach my heart, and my feelings also reached hers. In the pouring rain, we remain silent, showing each other how we feel. Yay, April 7th, Sunday. I feel like we didn't get to the root of, you know, some of her clone-ist attitudes, you know? It was like, you clone, you dirty clone, you clone! We never got to the end of, you know, any of that. Because that was something that, you know, her parents kind of inflicted on her, but, like, to be fair, doesn't she still have those same beliefs? Or, you know, are you working through them? Or, like, you see how Haruka is such a good friend to you? You wanna acknowledge that? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. So her issue seems to be that no one trusts her, so she doesn't trust them. She's never had someone who can trust her unconditionally before. Right, yeah. That is it. But it would have been nice if, I don't know. I think I would have preferred a story where we show her as like, hey, you can communicate your feelings. You can communicate your feelings more, and if you communicate your feelings, if you try to communicate your feelings, even if it, you know, doesn't always come out super great, that willingness to try is like something to be admired, you know? It's something to be admired, and that will gain people's trust regardless. And I guess you could say that was essentially what the resolution was between Saki and Haruka, but I don't know. It didn't feel like that was what the story was going for. You just trust her unconditionally, which is okay. Especially with the clones and stuff. That's the one thing that kind of ruins it for me. Yeah, because without the clones being an actual thing, her whole motivation for mistrust feels kind of Yeah, it's a strange route to be sure. I'm not sure what. This is a strange route. Honestly, while I understand the intent behind the story, I agree that she needs to express herself more. Yeah, it's a strange thing. The morning is clear and refreshing, as if yesterday's storm had been a lie. I'm getting ready. It's the last day of our seminar retreat. And it's my first time to experience April 7th. Well, it's really the third time, to be honest, but... Yesterday, I brought Saki home to her villa after everything had happened. I had planned to let her take it easy for a day, thinking just being by her side would be enough. But then Saki starts talking about the night of the 5th. So who stole the money? That night, unable to sleep, Saki went for a walk and found a puppy lying on the side of the forest road, looking exhausted. Indeed, it was that puppy. Perhaps it had been hit by a car. Okay. Yeah, cause... okay, yeah, I guess. Because again, that ties back into Haruka's route. If Haruka's not there to save the puppy, then the puppy is gonna get hit by a car. Although this plays out slightly differently than how it happened. Because Saki would have seen the puppy get hit by the car, but sure. So she hurried home to call the island's taxi company. It took about 10 minutes for the taxi to arrive. While waiting, she wanted to tell me what happened. She used a branch from the terrace to tap on my skylight, and she called out loudly, but I didn't answer. Obviously, I was in the living room. Hearing Saki's voice, I went to my room. As Saki entered the living room, it was a complete mix-up. Unable to find me there, Saki quickly gave up and rushed out of the lodge and got into the taxi. What she'd been holding in her arms was not stolen money, but the puppy she found by the roadside. I feel like you should be able to tell what a bleeding puppy looks like, but sure. Saki it's fine. I'm not too hung up about that. Saki takes the puppy to the clinic. The doctor says, hit by a car. That's so hilarious. What the hell? It's just wet and weakened from the rain. It'll recover with a few days rest. What the hell? Just like you with that wave, huh? The doctor gives her a cheerful reply. Saki, bro, is like, you don't need to act like a 6-year-old at all times. It's like, in the same way that Haruka's route focuses on like her learning to, you know, almost this feeling of like learning to reconnect with her feelings that she's trying to push away, right? Because she's been in this horrible situation of being kind of like she was a replacement for someone, and as soon as that person came back, right, she was kind of tossed to the side. So in the same way that we're helping Haruka reconnect with her feelings, it would have been nice to help Saki reconnect with her words. But that's just me personally. So honestly, yeah. If the puppy doesn't have any obvious injuries, why did they think it was hit by a car? True. Why? Okay. Why? I don't know. Saki... I mean, this is the same person who ordered a pizza to feed to the dog, so you know what? Like, whatever. We don't have to ask questions. It's not that deep. That night following the doctor's advice, Saki decided to sleep by the puppy's side. And the next morning, I'll be taking care of it until it recovers. Hearing that from the doctor, Saki goes home with a smile. That was yesterday morning. When Saki finishes speaking, her expression is refreshing. Her smile is as bright as a cloudless blue sky. So why couldn't you just say, hey, I didn't steal the money, I was here? What? You could explain that. What? We could have... You could have explained that. What was the reason? For plot, basically my answer to everything in this game right now, truly. As I entered the living room, Yuka and the others had finished their preparations and come out of their rooms. After hearing both of us out after I brought Saki back to the villa last night, they all understood and apologized to her. So who stole the money? Yuka seemed to be the most relieved. I'm sorry, Saki, for this and for everything else. Maybe I had a sort of complex about you. That's why I kept picking on you. No, it's okay. I've been holding on to things from middle school for too long. I'm sorry about that. It's been a bitter memory all this time, right? No way. I didn't really think you would rip up the picture like that, Saki. I was just being stubborn. I mean, you implied it, so you did really believe it. Like, even if you didn't believe it, you still kind of believed it, Yuka. Let's not... I bet that janitor probably ruined it himself and blamed you. Yeah. I think that's gotta be what happened. Yuka, thank you. Why would the janitor do that? That's kind of insane, but okay. The dog stole the money. Honestly, at this point, maybe it's like for hospital payments because it got hit by the car, allegedly. Don't mention it, Saki. And Haruka-chan, I'm sorry for everything. I heard from Makoto-kun. Thank you for trusting in me. You don't need to thank me for that. You don't need to say anything. I mean, you could say sorry, you know, for your clonist remarks. You could start there. I'm quite happy, so we're never gonna get a follow-up with that. Okay. Of course, I'm grateful for Yuka and Haruka's feelings, but what makes me the happiest is Saki can now feel things honestly again. Makoto, we're about to leave. Let me say that in her voice, actually. Makoto, we're about to leave! Yuka's loud voice brings me back to reality. Yuka, I'm sorry. Actually, I can't go back with you. What? What do you mean? I can see Haruka whispering to Yuka. Doesn't he mean that? Well, it's fine, I guess. It's not like I have any authority as a team leader or anything anyway. So Yuka, what do you do? Whatever. In Yuka's route, the school burned down, right? Was that, what was the cause again? Was it the school? I thought it was they were out on a retreat, like in a hotel or something, and the hotel burned down. That was how I remember it being. We don't know what the cause of that fire was, so it just happened. I don't know. I don't think we're ever gonna get an answer for that. Sorry that I can't join group activities till the end. I know something burned down. Yeah, I think it was like a multiple floors of a hotel. At that moment, the living room phone suddenly rings. I unthinkingly pick up the receiver and the police officer's voice fills my ear. The gang of thieves that have been targeting tourist spots and causing havoc was caught this morning. The hell? From their confession, we found out they also broke into your lodge. What the hell? According to the police officer, the gang had broken in around 12:15 a.m. yesterday. Just when I rushed out of the lodge to follow Saki. What? You didn't see them? But you were right at the front door. Y'all didn't hear nothing? Like the sound of somebody breaking into the house? Okay, I feel like a fog has suddenly lifted. I don't know what's happening. I don't know anymore. Maybe it was the janitor then too. You know what? We can blame the janitor for everything. The janitor was also the one that was running the gang that was going around and breaking into people's homes. This was also a part of the janitor's plan. Saki and I leave to go to the clinic. The puppy is full of energy. It seemed to recognize us right away and wag its tail, whining affectionately as usual. After expressing our gratitude to the doctor, Saki and I take the puppy outside. Yay! Aw, that's cute. What is this dog? What is this dog face? It looks like a cat dog, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what... It looks more like a cat than a dog. But okay. Aw. Anyway, yay! Side by side, we take a stroll in the shopping district. Bro, that's a cat. Yeah. What the hell? It was also the dog to get more insurance money, allegedly. It can't be a cat dog. It only has one head. Truly. I think cat dog's design thing is like very, very weird. It's like super strange. This is a weird time to be a kid and have cartoons. Side by side, we take a stroll in the shopping district. Then, Saki, holding the puppy, looks slightly anxious. But what'll happen to this puppy when we leave? Aren't you rich? Can't you take in the puppy? Oh, that. What do you mean, oh, that? Don't worry about it. I'll take care of the pup. You, Makoto-kun? My apartment is pretty run down, but that means there is no other residents. So don't worry. So there's no worry about complaints. Oh, okay. Sure. I mean, whatever. Is that so? Great. I mean, Saki, you have multiple houses, right? Then should I take care of someone else too? Someone else? Saki gazes at me, her eyes sparkling. I look back at her. Yep, a person and a puppy. Okay. Saki blushes and nods quietly. I pull her close to me. The puppy sandwiched between us as its tiny tail whipping back and forth. Let the credits roll, please. I'm begging you. Get me out of here. Yay! Yay! Oh, wow. I'm so happy. All right. I still get goosebumps from when I imagine how they use the bathroom. It's like, yeah, it's like, why? 90s was a weird time for animated kids shows. Like, it was a good time, and then it was like just like also a really weird time. Like, what was going on there? This story has come to an end, but even now, you may still be in the infinite loop. Kurumi's route is gonna be next. As I said, I'm so looking forward to voicing Kurumi for multiple hours on end. I think this route was also a little bit shorter than the other ones, despite all the different changes. I think this route was definitely different. It was definitely shorter. I'm thinking that Kurumi has to be the person with the scar on their left forehead, in which case, I don't know what that means, but I don't know. That's what I'm thinking right now, at the very least. This route didn't have anything to do with anything. I mean, we got some answers at least to... If it ties back into Kurumi, then it will have some answers, but I mean, because it shows a discrepancy between, like, this clone that you remember from your childhood, Saki, is not the same clone. In which case, who did you see at that time? That might be important. And then finally it leads into the Izumi route, and I'm guessing Izumi is just gonna have all the answers because of course she will. Of course she will. Why wouldn't she? They teased us with the clone talk and they ignored all of it. We did get some answers for it, but not a whole lot. Not a whole lot, to be quite honest. I thought this was certainly a way to go about the story. Basically, though, it really did all come down to the puppy. It's just like she did everything for the puppy and she didn't want to say that she was doing everything for the puppy, and it's like, you could have just said that. I promise you it would have been fine. What the hell? Especially because the doctor has the puppy, so it's like, hey, if you don't believe me, come on, let's go to the hospital right now. Like, I gave the doctor the puppy to the doctor so he can corroborate my story. And it's just like, it's insane that she jumped off of a cliff for it. It makes more sense, to give her credit, it does make more sense in the first, like the first time we're playing through it, the very first loop, because everyone hates her. Everyone hates her for no dang reason. And also Makoto is kind of a sociopath. He's just kind of like kicking and hitting the dog for no reason. So you know what? I'll give her credit, like, things in that timeline are pretty bad, but for her to do the same thing again and you get a bad end that's kind of the same way is kind of literally insane. I don't know what to think about that. It felt short, but maybe that's just because it's been wild as fuck. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, it might be that. It might just be that. I'm thinking everyone on that trip is clones. Yeah, everyone is a clone. The person is a clone of the clone of the clone, and also the clone. So I can't believe it just happened. It just happened to be that there was break-ins in the area, and nobody noticed. And like, did we not turn on the morning news? Like, nobody wants to, hey, there's been recent break-ins in the area or something, or... Anyway, as you could probably hear from the way I'm talking about this route, it was very entertaining. At the very least, I will give it that. But it doesn't make no dang sense. It's just, I don't know what to think about it. It's quite strange. I do think that Saki, as a character, has a very interesting parts of her personality, for better or for worse, you know. And with better writing, essentially, with more explorative writing, I feel like we could have explored different angles of her character, and that would have been very, very interesting. So I'm not saying like Saki is the worst character in the world. By far, maybe, like, honestly, even compared to like Yuka and Haruka on a base level, she's more interesting than the two of them, I think. But the story just doesn't do her justice at all. It's just like she's worse than Yuka somehow, which is insane. That's crazy. So Saki route good ends. Is she gonna be filled in now? Yeah, it does. So you can see here on the screen. Hold on. Can I click in here? Yeah. So once you complete everybody's route, their portrait here gets filled in with color. So next up, when we stream this again, it's gonna be the Kurumi route. Yay! I'm so looking forward to it. Woohoo! Anyway, yeah, better writing, especially how her current personality got established. Yeah, it was so. I mean, there are things to infer there about like her parents being so stuck up and stuff like that, but it could have been an interesting character exploration, and it just kind of wasn't. No, literally, Yuka's such a nothing character. Yeah, that's true. I don't like Yuka. Where would I rank it? So far, I still think Haruka by far is just the best character out of all of them. I do like Saki's route. I do like Saki's route in the insanity that it brings. So in that sense, it's ranked slightly higher than Yuka's route. And then followed by Yuka being at the bottom. Because, whatever. But that was Never 7, the end of Infinity. I'm gonna go look for somebody to raid. I'm tired. I'm so tired. If anyone is online at this point. It's pretty late. I did start late, so there might not be anyone online. Oh, there is no one online. There's no one online right now, so you know what? We're just gonna end the stream. We're just gonna end the stream. Cool. Let me go over to ending screen then. Yippee! Go rest, bro. Your voice has been dying for about an hour now. Yeah. Yeah, it kind of has. But I will go ahead and rest and let you all be free. If you are here, thank you so much for joining me on this journey. We will be back sometime next week with some of the Kurumi route, and by that point, hopefully my voice won't be dying as much. That'd be cool. So have a wonderful rest of your night, everyone. Bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye, bye bye.